Hey, Matt, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Excellent. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Good afternoon to our media calling in from the UK, and good morning to Matt Fitzpatrick, our 2022 US Open champion. Thank you all for joining us. Before we get started, a couple of housekeeping notes. If you have a question for Matt, please type your name and your outlet into the Teams chat, and I will call on you in the order in which they're received. Till called upon, please remain off camera and on mute. When I call on you, feel free to come on camera and unmute your mic to ask Matt your question. We have a lot of press on the line, so please ask 2 questions each, and if we have time at the end for any follow-ups, we can do that. I'll also record today's interview, and we'll send out that with the transcript soon after. With that out of the way, we will start with a brief opening statement before getting into your questions. Matt, it's been almost 48 hours now since you broke through with your win at the Country Club. I imagine the last day or so has been a bit of a blur. If you can, just take us through what the last couple of days has been like for you now that you are a U.S. Open champion.
Yeah, it's just been incredibly surreal. It's all just happened incredibly fast. Didn't get finished with media and signing until late on Sunday night, and then Monday there was a bit more media and a few other things to do, and then came into the city last night as well. So yeah, it's been great, and just to sort of spend the time with my family and my friends as well here. It's been amazing.
That's excellent. Thank you. With that, we will open it up to questions. Our first question comes from Natalie Higgins, ITV Yorkshire. Come on and ask your question.
Hi Matt, how are you doing? It's Natalie from ITV
Hi,
Yorkshire. I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
All good, thank you.
Good. So just 2 quick questions. I suppose, what are the next steps for you? Will you be heading back to Sheffield to play at the Hallamshire? I know we were there yesterday and everyone was so excited for you and kind of can't wait for you to come back. And then secondly, do you hope that you'll be able to, with your win, you'll be able to inspire younger golfers from across Sheffield and South Yorkshire to hopefully take up the sport?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna fly back on Sunday. That was my plan originally anyway, to go back to the UK on Sunday. So I'll do that. And then in terms of getting up to Hallamshire, I'll see. It's before this week, or before last week, should I say? I had a lot of busy stuff going on anyway, so I'll see what I can fit in really. But in terms of inspiring a younger generation, of course, that'd be great for more kids and juniors, boys and girls, to get into golf. And if I can help push that along, then that's great.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Appreciate you guys enjoying my American accent, by the way. Up next, we'll go to Andy Stevenson with BBC. Go ahead, Andy.
Hi, Matt. Looking ahead to St Andrews, no Englishman has won the Open Championship since Nick Faldo 30 years ago. Is that on your mind? And do you think that being a major winner now gives you a better chance of being in contention there?
I've not even thought about the Open yet, to be honest. Obviously, still fresh after last weekend, and I definitely think that experience, obviously winning the US Open, holds me in good stead going into any future majors. Having been there and done it now, and proven to myself and proven to other people around me that I've won majors or a major is it's a big deal, and to have that sort of going into any event is a big positive. So I'll definitely take confidence in that and going to the Open.
And you mentioned you're coming home to the UK on Sunday, but what do your golfing preparations look like between now and St Andrews?
So I'll play JP McManus Pro-Am in Ireland, which is the Monday, Tuesday before the Scottish Open, and then I'll play the Scottish Open as well on top of that, just before the Open.
Great, thanks a lot.
All right, we'll move on to Jim White with the Telegraph.
Hi, Matt. Can you tell us when your plans to go to Bramhall Lane with your trophy? When are you going to get there?
I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. Not sure when it's going to work, but I think once the fixtures are out, we'll have a look at where they can crossover, and I'll be sure to get down there.
Go on, Rich.
The other question I've got for you, Matt, is when you made that chip shot on the 18th, which was the most significant shot possibly of your career, how on earth did you stay cool before you took it?
Sorry, what? I didn't make a chip shot on 18.
Sorry, probably the most important shot of your career. How did you stay cool before you took it? What was going on in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a shot I was looking forward to. It's not one that I've particularly performed well in this year out of the fairway bunkers, but it's I sort of said it already. I just think that sort of my natural ability, I guess, took over at the time and just hit the shot that was required. I just felt like got a little bit lucky with the lie and the line that I could go, but yeah, managed to pull it off.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Matt. Well done.
Thanks.
Thanks, Jim. We'll go now to Nick Westby of the Post.
Hi, Matt. How you doing?
Hi, Nick.
When we spoke last year, you talked about you felt as though you'd still not realised that potential of a lot of people had talked to you about ever since the first Brookline. What do you feel is now, having won the major, what do you feel your potential is?
I feel like I've just proven to myself that I can, I can do more. I feel like I can go and win other majors now. I feel like this has just given me a massive confidence boost in knowing that I've achieved this. And people said it in the past about, winning on DP World Tour. Those wins give you confidence in regular events, and they do. There's no doubt about that. But winning a major is just a different level, and that really does give me a hell of a confidence boost going into any event now. So yeah, I'm looking forward to teeing it up in Scotland in a couple of weeks and playing my first event as a major champion. Yeah.
I had the pleasure of speaking to Billy Foster earlier, and he said some nice stuff about you, as you'd imagine. What was it that you saw in him 3 or 4 years ago that you thought, I want this guy as my caddy, and how has he helped your game?
Yeah, I think it was a mutual thing. I think we both, I was looking for a caddy and then he just split up with Lee. And I think both being from Yorkshire is a big thing where we get on so well, both of our love for football, and it's just
About
been
half 8, I think.
incredibly helpful to have him on the bag with all his years of experience, and it just makes a big difference when you're out on the golf course having someone alongside you that's been there and done it all.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot and well done.
Thanks.
Okay, Matt, up next is Alistair Reid of the Times.
Hi, Matt. Well done on Sunday. A couple of biggish names have pledged to the Greg Norman operation today. I know you've made your position clear, but do you worry that the trickle might become a flood and it might diminish the conventional tours in the weeks ahead?
Not really. No, I mean, I think whatever you've got Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy. I've seen Colin Morikawa's come out and sort of made a statement today. Scotty Scheffler. I feel like you got some great players there, and for me that they're more than good enough to compete with any rival tour that might want to try and take hold of golf. So I'm not really concerned about it. I think I guess it is now part of the game that's this whole story is happening. But yeah, I think the guys that we've got that are committed to the European Tour and the PGA Tour is just as impressive, if not more. So
that's great, thanks. And also, in the wake of a big win, some crazy things can happen. Have you had recognition or crazy messages, or what's the daftest thing that's happened in the last couple of days?
Yeah, I've had some pretty cool messages. But yeah, just probably recognized at dinner just on the street in New York last night was kind of a little bit weird. And the guy actually did a triple take. I watched him walk past, and then he walked back, and then he walked past again just to say well done. So I appreciated that. But that was probably the funniest thing.
That's brilliant. Thanks, and well done again.
Thank you.
All right, we have time for a few more. We'll move next to David Facey with the Sun. David, are you with us?
Well, Matt, yeah. Sorry, I wasn't. I was having difficulty with the video. There's a surprise. Hi, Matt. I seem to recall Sheffield's last major winner telling us he was out jogging at a ridiculous hour of the morning after his Augusta victory. What did you do in the immediate aftermath?
I wasn't doing that. I don't know. I don't remember Dan telling me that either. But no, I think jogging must have been a code name for something else. I think, David. But I mean, I didn't go to sleep until probably 3. Replying to some of the messages that I'd been sent, and kind of just taking it all in. And I didn't really sleep. To be fair, it was kind of just too much going on. All obviously pretty exciting, and it's just been a whirlwind. It's just been so busy, and just a lot going on, and exciting. So.
And looking at the future majors, you seem to be pretty precise that about 6 was the number that you'd set previously, and you're going for. Why 6? Is there a bit of Faldo in that?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's now kind of taken it that I've said that I wanted to win 6 majors. Yeah, of course I want to win 6 majors, but it was kind of a bit of a joke between me and my pals that anyone who has 6 majors is like part of this mythical legends group that we created. And it's sort of, we look at the names and who's won what, and that's kind of what we created amongst ourselves, just me and my pals. But now it's got out there. Everyone thinks that 6 is what I'm going to win, but I'm just trying to win one at a time, and keep doing what I'm doing.
Okay, thanks, Matt. And just quickly before I go, this won't take a second. Fitz or Fitzy?
Either.
You're supposed to have a preference. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks.
All right, Fitzy, up next is James Nursey with the Daily Mirror. Go ahead, James.
Hi, Matt. Thanks for your time. I'm sure you've managed to pick up now on how captivated people were, particularly by the dynamics of you going down the stretch with Zalatoris. And obviously that's something that Liv can't offer really with their shotgun start. So I wondered if, that was a nice byproduct for you, that, you've underlined what the PGA Tour can really offer really on the final day when it comes down to the final pairings really. Thank you.
Yeah, I think for me, traditional 72-hole stroke play is, in my opinion, it brings out the best player of each week. Particularly, that's what you want to have, particularly for the majors. I think having 72 holes over 4 days, it always creates that extra tension. There's extra pressure and stress, and I think it just shows who can sort of come out on top. And I think that's why, in my opinion, it's the best format to decide the best players. I understand why they've gone down that route with the format they have. Yeah, it's different, and it's probably enjoyable and decent to watch maybe, but I think it's hard when you've got a guy finishing on number 2 and a guy finishing on 17 that are going to win. It definitely makes it difficult. So I think 72 regular stroke players is the way to go.
Thank you. And just my last question, which I suppose kind of feeds into that a little bit. I read a quote that said you felt you turned to Billy on maybe the 14th when you're in the thick of it, and saying that you maybe hated the tension of it all. But presumably, as you plan a long-term career at the top and hopefully more majors, you're going to have to learn to love those moments, aren't you? Or will you continue to hate them indefinitely? Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's a love hate. I love hitting the shots and I love being out there, and it's kind of just everything else that's around it, sleeping on a lead and trying to stay busy before your tee time. And warming up, knowing that what you're about to go and do, and then once you're out there, it's really, you're in the thick of it, and after a couple of holes, you start thinking about how to win and where to hit the ball. You're planning your way around the course, and that's been the big difference. Is once you're part of it, it's fine.
All right, Matt, we have three more and then we'll cut you loose. Up next is Ollie Foster with BBC TV News. Go ahead.
Hi there, Matt. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You touched on it a couple of minutes ago. I'm sorry to bang on about this Live series. You said the rival tour might try and take hold of golf. I mean, you've clearly positioned yourself on one side, but what's it like being in the middle of all this uncertainty of you going about your business? Has the atmosphere changed considerably? It's clearly not an unpleasant place to be in Boston for the last few days, but what has it been like, for the last few weeks? Does it feel like a sport under attack?
Not for me personally. It's not something really I've thought about. I know that the PGA Tour is not going anywhere. The DP World Tour is not going anywhere, and I feel like that's the important thing for me, is that I've got a place to play, and that's where I want to play. I think as I said, the tours aren't going anywhere, so they'll continue, and whilst ever they've got Tiger Woods' support and Rory's support, Justin Thomas, there'll be no issues in my opinion.
It's strong enough to stand up to this, not exodus yet, but certainly some very good players seem to be leaving the tour. And the DP World Tour have got a big decision to make probably later this week, ahead of the Scottish Open that you're going to be playing at.
Yeah, I guess so. That's obviously in Keith's hands and the board's hands. But for me, I know where I want to play. I want to play over here in the States, on the PGA Tour, and I want to play in Europe on DP World Tour. So that's where my focus is going to be, and just want to continue doing what I'm doing.
This is Julia with the USGA. Matt was happy to take a few questions on that subject, but we're going to focus the remainder on the US Open.
Cheers, Matt.
Thanks.
Thank you. We have time for two more. Up next is Phil Casey with the Press Association. Go ahead, Phil.
Hi, Matt. Greetings from beautiful West Yorkshire. It's beautiful here, I'm sure you're pleased to know. I just wanted to Facey's question touched on it when he mentioned, obviously, Danny Willett winning the Masters, and we all saw Rory waiting for you on the 18th green on Sunday. Just wondering, are you planning to seek any advice from those kind of guys on how to cope with life as a major champion and having to put up with more stupid questions from the likes of us?
Yeah, I am, to be honest. I messaged Rory just saying thank you for sticking around after the round on Sunday, and mentioned that I might want to have a chat about one or two things. I'll be sort of speaking to another couple of players that also are sort of now have been in the same position as me. So just on what to do, maybe what not to do, what worked well for them, and try and get some advice.
Yeah, and one quick final one from me. Has Alex asked you to pay the $150 for his the extra flight he had to take to get back to Brookline on Sunday yet?
Not yet. No, my parents said they'll cover that, so I'm not worried.
I think you can probably spare him the cash, though, surely.
No. He's still living with my parents, so they can cover that.
Fair enough. Thanks, mate. Well done again.
Thanks.
All right, Matt. And to take us home is Daniel Matthews with the Daily Mail. Go ahead, Daniel.
Hi, Matt. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wondered, obviously, you put in so much effort in pursuit of titles like this. I just wondered, when you finally get home to Yorkshire, what it is, maybe the one place you want to go and eat, or maybe the one thing you want to do, the normal things that maybe you've given up in pursuit of titles like this.
Nothing really. No, nothing out of the ordinary. It's just want to see my family and see my pals from home. That's literally all I'll be doing when I'm at home, and playing golf and practicing. That's nothing will change when I go back to Sheffield. That's for sure.
And I read that you stayed with the same family that you stayed with in 2013 in Boston. I just wondered, will you return the favour if you invite them over, or will you buy your own place over there, as it seems to be a bit of a second home for you?
I mean, Sheffield's not quite Boston, so I'm not really sure they might want to visit there. But if they ever do, they are more than welcome, and they know that. But yeah, I think it'll be more chance of me moving to Boston than them moving to Sheffield.
Thanks very much, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Matt, thank you so much for the time. And again, congrats on your US Open victory. Best of luck moving ahead. Thank you. Thanks
guys.
everyone.
Thanks, Matt.